So here we are, and I haven't even came up with a topic today, so kind of thinking about the topic, but what I really want to talk about, excuse me, well, what I really want to talk about is myself, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about you guys. So, yeah, I know that was a break. I usually never break. I just, I was sneezing. But yeah. So, let's just not take things personally. So, here's a thought. I'm driving just now. I'm coming up on an on-ramp. Yeah, and don't forget to put your seatbelt on. That's silly. But I'm coming up on an on-ramp, and there's a whole line of cars coming out of the on-ramp. So obviously I need to get over left. Well, the car that's next to me is not paying attention to the road. Which you'd think that maybe I'm not paying attention to the road, considering I'm here on my cell phone, but I'm actually really in tune with the road because I'm not really looking at the cell phone very much. I'm just looking at the road and talking. But anyways, so the guy on my left comes barreling up as fast as he can and basically squishes us in a one lane, two cars, because like they were trying to merge and I was trying to get left, but the guy on the left could care less what was going on the right. He just wanted to get ahead. And so I could take that personally, or I could just, not take that personally. And I don't take it personally. And the reason why I don't take it personally is because I know that guy is tied up in 99.9%. Or girl. It might be a girl. I don't know. I didn't even look at the driver. Actually, we should go up and look because it's this driver right up here if we could catch up. I don't really want to use my gas to catch up, but if we can catch up, I'll give us a little peek. But anyways, so the point is that, don't take it personal, because the thing is that person doesn't have time to do things to you on the open highway in a personal fashion because they're tied up in their own BS, which is 99.9%. is them. They're only tied up in themselves. So here's the question. If that's true, how much energy do they really have in their day to personally... Oh, here we go. Check this out. Oh, yeah, dude. That was them. So how much energy do we personally have? Look at that. They see me recording them, so they sped up. Well, maybe you guys got another little recording them. Let's make them famous here. Check it out. There's their, it's 543 JBS. And obviously I'm not racist. I'm just not prejudiced, but it looked like it was, he looked like he was Asian. And, I've had some Asian friends and they're not very good drivers. I'll just say that. But not saying that all Asians are bad drivers. I mean, that's obviously, that would be prejudice. But anyways, yeah, don't take it personally, because the thing is if they're caught up in 99.9%, then that means that they have 1% left over for you and the rest of the world. Think about that. So that's not just for you. So literally that percent of a percent is what they have left to purposely cut you off in traffic, or to make some sort of suggestion on how you should live your life, or whatever that's all about. So my stepdad used to always tell me that it's not who you say yes to, sometimes it's who you say no to. And in this aspect, saying no to your ego and realizing that person really didn't do that, on purpose. Or they may have, maybe they did do it on purpose, but they didn't do it deliberately just to piss you off. And I'm I'm guessing that that's a 99.9% chance that they didn't do that deliberately to piss you off. So, what's so funny is that guy, I think he kind of realizes what he did, because he drove away after we got a little glimpse of him. He drove away so quick, and now he's cruising off into Washington. So who knows where he's going or where he's from. Eventually as this channel grows and that kind of stuff happens, these people are going to be like, whoa, I was on YouTube and this guy seen me driving like a jackass. But yeah, so moral of the story, don't take things personally, because people don't have enough time to really dictate anything that's going on in your life by what they think of you. I mean, I would take into anything that people said, and anyone probably, into consideration, but at the end of the day, I think I'd make my own call. And the reason why that is because if you're allowing somebody to make all your calls, then all you're really doing is following. And that person is okay with you following them to wherever their destination is. But here's the thing. That destination might not be right, and it might not be where you want to be. So a person that really wants, to meet you in the end, check this chick out. She's got a cool little bike. In the end, as equals, will tell you to leave. And the reason why is because if you're just following them, then that means you're not doing anything yourself. You're not learning anything yourself. So basically, at that point, there's nothing left to learn. So it's time to go. And that's kind of cool. Like, to realize that people do come with an expiration date, and there's nothing wrong with that. They do. They just come with an expiration date. And you, I mean, as sad as it is, I don't really want to bring it up because it's kind of still a soft spot. But the last person that I was dating, which was probably a little over a year ago, the same thing. Like, they came with an expiration date, and I could kind of see it. Like, when I started dating them, they were younger, they couldn't drink alcohol. Then they decided they wanted to drink alcohol. They decided that they wanted to try to do drugs behind my back. I mean, they were just like doing whatever. I have a little problem where I bite my nails sometimes. I'm probably biting my nails because I'm thinking of my ex-girlfriend. But yeah, and so but here's the thing, is that expiration date, even though I knew that it would come up eventually, it still hurt. I mean, it hurt so bad that I've been single for this whole year. Well, last year, and all, so far what's going on in this year, I've also actually been completely alone. I have not had any female contact at all. I actually, tell you the truth, I don't even think I've shook a woman's... okay. Actually, I think I've shook a woman's hand a couple times, like, when I'm working. But, the sad part of that is that I kind of understand myself a little bit, and I understand, like what's going on, and so I psychoanalyze myself. And so the reason why, oh, look, he's like thinking about like how many hands he's touched. You're damn right I'm thinking about how many hands I've touched, because you know what? I'm a male, and males associate love with touch. And if we don't get any touch, then, we don't feel like we're getting any love. So that's the bottom line. So, yeah, I feel unloved. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I feel unloved. But you know what? Every time I jump on my YouTube, every time I, get some content up, and every time I get those views and I get a couple subscriptions, it just makes it that much better, because I know that there's a transitioning happening where I'm not gonna let that, not gonna let that rule my life, because you know what? Women aren't doing it on purpose. They're 99% caught up in their own stuff. You think that they're not, attracted to me, or that they're not asking me out on purpose? Well, okay. Not attracted? Maybe. Not asking me out on purpose? Probably. And the reason why I say probably is because women, this is a statistic too, that women on like, I think it's like 3 to like 7% out of 100%. 3 to 7% of women have, enough self, what am I looking for? I wanted to say pride, but that's not the word I'm looking for. They basically, they don't have like any issues on being, rejected. And so they're okay with rejection. And so this 3 or 7% of women in the world, they don't base their they don't base things on like, what's, what, I've kind of lost my train of thought, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm going here with this. But, and I don't want this to come off like to where like I'm bashing on women, because I'm not. I'm just, saying a statistic. But basically, on regular, women do not ask men out. And here's my dilemma. I ask women out, but I only ask women out that I think are probably going to say no. I know that sounds really weird, but it's not. It's really, it's not. The reason why I ask women out that are probably going to say no is because those are the women I want to be with. Now, the question is, do I really want to be with them? Because the pool of women that I know I should be dating are the women that are actually coming to me and asking me out. I don't want a woman that believes that I asked her out and that, I'm just going to kind of, go along with whatever. And I just feel like this generation feels like, if you asked me out, then I kind of get to, wear the lead. And that's not a relationship to me. A relationship, is, it's a deal, and the deal could be broken. And so if the deal's broken, then the deal's broken. But I don't think there's any lead in that type of relationship. I think that you both just help each other be the best that you can. And so, and that comes by being honest. And so honestly, knowing that it's only like a 3 to 7% of, of the whole entire woman population that, I really want to date because I want to be asked out. Is that too hard to ask? Yeah, apparently it is. I want to be asked out. I want someone to come looking for me. And you know what? God bless her little soul, and just so you know, if you're watching these videos, I think about you all the time. I haven't been single for all this time, and I haven't been celibate for all this time because I didn't care. Okay? So there you go. But, yeah, she asked me out, my ex. And that was probably a big reason why we stayed together for so long. Because you know what? My dad used to tell me this. If a girl likes you or really loves you, she'll follow you anywhere. And you know what? She would have followed me anywhere. She would have followed me into a tent if that's what I wanted her to do. Obviously, that's not what I wanted her to do, but she would have. Well, we're here at the job site, so I'm going to have to cut it. Well, not cut it short because we're at a 13-minute video, but I'm going to have to cut it. And I will talk to you guys soon. So like, subscribe, share, and if it doesn't come from love, it's wrong. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.